I can use the Sony Handycam with that. Because there's a lot of things the Sony Handycam can do that a pocket camcorder can't.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, the one limitation with the camera, such as the one I'm using right now, is that you cannot zoom more than 6 times.
Yeah.
And I've seen camcorders that, my gosh, you know, they zoom 60 or 80 times.
Oh.
And I see some people's videos that they're zooming all over the place. Okay, the zooming, quite frankly, makes me ill. But I would like to be able to zoom in on something and have it be far away and be clear, and then just cut out the zooming part when I'm editing.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but I'm limited by that with these little digital cameras that I use. So I just have to edit around those things, and if something's that far, go around the bus, huh?
Yeah.
Only in Victoria do they not go around the bus. They wait for the bus to...
other places too.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Well, in Montreal, we would have all been past that bus a long time ago. And now the bus turns a corner, too. I mean, isn't that just great?
See, but what I do with a zoom, for example, when I did my comparison of Osan, my walking tour of Osan in the summertime and wintertime, the summertime one, I had done a zoom down the street. I didn't actually walk down the street.
Right.
But I put it in the video editor and I slowed it down.
Yeah, and make it look like you're walking.
Yeah, so it looked like I was walking gingerly down the street. And so it didn't appear to be a zoom. Well, of course, any professional who watched it immediately would say, oh yeah, that's a slowed down zoom, he's cheating. But, you know, most people just said, hey, he's walking down the street.
Well, not everyone dissects how you got to where you got it.
Well,
they
maybe
just
not your videos.
Well, my videos, geez, I mean, I keep it fairly simple, but sometimes I've done some, you know, fancy edits, and sometimes it doesn't really make a difference whether you put a transition in or just butt the clips up next to each other, as long as there's no big click in the sound. Sometimes just one scene switching to the other one immediately is more effective than putting something else in. But
besides a fade, to be honest, a lot of the transitions to me, especially if you use way too many, it just looks amateurish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you watch a bit like one of these big blockbuster movies, they don't use much, and they don't use a lot of them.
No.
They might use a fade, but generally they just switch scenes. Right?
Yeah.
So fades are cool, and the odd time I'll use it, but generally it's maybe like if I was doing a Valentine's video and I wanted to switch between 2 romance scenes, and I might use like a heart-shaped transition, something like that. But yeah, generally I just don't bother with them.
I use typically. I do use transitions. I don't go like, I saw a video by somebody else recently who tried every transition in his editing suite in that one video, which was overkill. But I like using cross dissolves a lot.
Yeah.
And they seem to work for me. And I don't always, especially when you're working with sound, sometimes you have different sound levels on different clips, and I like to fade the sound through a cross dissolve. Now you know how I make videos.
He's giving away his secrets, people.
No big secrets. If you watch, you know. Yeah, I'm probably going to use one in this video too.
Some of the 3D ones are kind of cool. I think I used a 3D one in a recent video. It was basically just, it turned the first video, end of the video, into like a box, and then it sort of twirled the box around, then the box came back and it had the new video in it. And I thought that was kind of cool, so I used that. But no, usually it's just fade. I use a fade or just a smooth transition.
I was just watching a video today of someone who is a vlogger, and she was telling us while she was vlogging, like, she makes videos that there's not a lot of editing. She just gets in front of the camera and talks. And people were suggesting to use lighting and to you know, to do this and do that and the other thing, but you know, she's using a little camera like this one. Now, these cameras have automatic exposure control, so unless your face is in a shadow or you're backlit by the sun, it's gonna expose your face just about right. Like if you have an overhead ambient light in the room, it's going to work fine. You don't have to put an extra light on your face.
Yeah.
In fact, I always use existing light when I'm shooting video. Like right now, we're just using existing light, except at night, of course, when I turn this kind of thing on.
The only time I offer advice is if somebody asks for advice.
Mm-hmm.
And if like a guy I've been watching, he's an awesome musician. I'm going to give him a little shout out on your video, Mad Maestro. Now, Mad Maestro has decided to get into the world of vlogging. And he's been playing around with a webcam, playing around with microphone. And now he asked specifically in his videos, give me tips, give me, you know, help me. And so I've been offering advice. A lot of people have been offering him advice, but he's been using it. And that's the only time. If somebody puts out a video and the video quality isn't that great or whatever, but I don't say anything unless, again, they ask. Or
well, I used to watch a lot of videos by people who were good at editing. People like Lisa Milano and O'Kurt come to mind immediately. These people edit, or at least they did edit when they made videos. They would edit beautifully, and I said, well, one day I'm going to make videos that look like theirs. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just get lazy. It happens.
If I'm vlogging, I don't do a lot of editing.
No.
If I'm doing a travel video, then sometimes I'll do editing, but mostly I'm just cutting out the crap that's boring that I don't think anybody wants to see.
And that's someone else who made a YouTube career out of that was her name's Betty. Do you remember her?
No.
What's her username? Damn, I hate when this happens. I'm gonna have to cut something here. I forget her YouTube name, and I have her on my on Skype and everything, and it's drawing a blank right now.
It's terrible.
It must have been this spruce beer that I had to drink. That's probably what screwed me up.
Subscribe.
No, Betty would never do that. Oh, it's killing me. I'm gonna have to shut this camera off. And as soon as I do that, you know I'm gonna remember her name on YouTube.
Fetwick. 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 Fetwick.
Fetwick.